Howdy, everyone. Hopefully, everybody's doing amazing on this first day of NYCC. Guys, Josh, I hope you're doing swell this evening. I listen. We got to talk about me and Josh were
So much.
chatting all day today,
So
and I
much.
seen. I think it. No, it might have been Funko 411. It might have been Michael that posted something. I seen that. I seen it. We'll talk about that in a minute because we got some stuff to talk about. But let me say hi to some people that are in the chat here tonight, guys. Tyson, thank you for being that first one here. And Gus and Evelyn and Monster Pete, welcome to you guys as well. David, hello. Brian, what is going on this evening? Susan Smith, I hope you're doing fantastic. Sheila. Why can't I always see your name and I always try to throw that I in, and I don't think you're supposed to do that. Sheila. Oh, forget it. I'm moving past that for now. Oh, Josh, good to see you in the chat. Holly, I hope you're doing amazing. Steven, hello. Very near, 21 months, almost 2 years together. That is
someone tied him.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Somebody did?
Well, Jetman has 21 months as well.
You guys joined at the same time?
We're
all connected in one way or another. Never Ask, hello. Pop Funko UK, hello. Holly, I did not lose track. Okay, I kind of did. I'll be honest. I was looking at streams pretty much all day today for research for you guys, so we could give you guys some.
Both Vince and I were researching a lot today.
Josh, you were doing the same thing. We were doing research today. We were trying to figure out what we should be paying for some stuff, and maybe we did pay for a couple things here and there today. Velvet, hello. Gator, hello. Jeremy, I'm just kind of skipping through. Guys, I hope you all are having a fantastic evening. Let's get right into it. Josh, how was your day today?
Channel member, though.
30 Did I miss another one?
30 months. Go to the starred ones. Go to the starred ones. If you
oh, my God. Charles, 30 months.
30 months.
We're going to be at 3 years soon.
That's awesome.
That's my God. Can you just click starred ones? Oh, yeah, there is. Look at that.
And you can see all the starred chats.
Get the heck out of here. Josh, I just learned something. I didn't even know you could do that.
Super chats, you'll see. So if anyone does super chats tonight, we'll see them over in the starred ones too.
My mind has just been blown. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but yeah, happy NYCC, everyone. We don't have our live reporter there. We need
hopefully our live reporter can check in at some point. Maybe he might.
I mean, he did a great video today. I will say that. I like that video a lot with Jason from $7 a Pop. They recorded yesterday. They got to go before the con started into the con. That's
the way to do it,
that's the way you can check out stuff and get the lay of the land and not have to fight everyone for everything, and get some stuff recorded beforehand and all kinds of. And I'm jealous. I'm jealous right now.
Yeah.
Like everyone there. I mean, both of us would probably be eating some pizza and falling asleep right now. But
oh yeah, definitely. We would definitely be. Josh, I would have had to take a 3-hour nap after being in the con, and it looked crowded for a Thursday. It looked crowded.
Yeah. I think
this year.
Chris post some photos from outside, and it looked way busier than the year we went. 2 years ago when we all went together.
When we all went too, it was just coming off of COVID. We kind of said something the other day. People are still kind of having to wear masks and stuff.
I think helped Thursday. I think Thursday though feels like a Friday. And
right.
I don't. And I think also people knew what they wanted today, and they know they want to get in there and get stuff, buy stuff. If you have certain things you want to get in there and buy it now. Luckily, most of the vendors keep stuff throughout the con, each day. They're pretty good about that, which I will say that's something to think about when you go buy, hype stuff right now. But I think that's the cool thing about it. Most of the vendors have okay, maybe they'll release Thursday 100, but Friday they might release 200 because it's a busier day, or Saturday, the busiest day of all, too.
So. Yeah, and I heard stuff was selling out early, and I'll be honest. And before we get too far, Wayne, thank you, my friend, for 9 months. Appreciate that 9 months. We're going to be at a year soon. I almost at the turn of the year. That's going to be amazing. I can't wait for that.
Our live reporter will be here shortly in a little bit.
It looked insanely busy, and the funny thing is, so we've got slides tonight. We'll get into that in a little bit here, and but and I pulled some of the other because it seemed like there was a lot of convention exclusives.
There was a lot.
Handmade by robots, abominable toys. I mean, it kept on going on and on. And I see, so me and Josh were checking whatnot pretty much all day today.
Yeah.
Pretty much all day today. And some of the stuff that was going for the most expensive was some of that other stuff. Not just, I mean, the fun.
There was a good mix of stuff. I think going. Some pops surprised me how much they were going for. Other ones surprised me how little they were going for.
Yeah,
for first day hype.
So. Yeah, well, that was the other. Fellow, what's up? Gator, welcome, my friend. New.
Gator,
became a member. That means we're new. Happy 1 day anniversary to you, and welcome aboard. I appreciate you.
You'll be 30 months around the corner. Who knows?
Before you know it, we'll be getting gray hair together. I mean, I'm already there, so hopefully
don't forget, you are a channel member. You get a free chat every month. So if you haven't used it, use it.
Use it or lose it, I think is what they say.
I know you pretty much don't get it back. You don't get to build them up each month. You got to use it in the month, or you don't get them back.
Yeah, Gator. You know what? I think I was in that auction. Was I not? I think I was in that auction.
I think I was in that auction too. Maybe both of us were.
Josh, me and you were. We were watching a lot today.
I saw that go, and I was like, "Oh, that's a good deal." Like, I think, that bag probably retails for like $100 plus by itself.
Yeah, with the pop, I was seeing it sell for like $220 all day long.
Yeah,
today. And
I think sometimes those surprise you. Those limited bags, like.
What was your biggest surprises today? What's the biggest takeaway for the Funko stuff? We're going to talk a little Funko stuff first, then we're going to get into some slides.
Biggest surprise, like I said, I didn't spend that much on Funko overall. Like this is probably I spent more on everything else compared to Funko. And like when I first checked out, I think the surprise for me has been the headless Freddy prices.
That's mine too.
Sticker headless Freddy prices without I could get it if it was a LE like 3000 or something like that, like con only, but it sold out on Funko Shop, which is great. We saw that. It was one of the earlier things to sell out on the Funko Shop, I think. Too. That was non-shared. Like,
it was a fantastic Freddy on top of it. It's a Freddy.
It's a great looking Freddy, great mold. I think they did a good job. But yeah, I was surprised. I saw it go for anywhere from the lowest was like over 100. The highest, I think, over 200. Like I see
multiple sell for over 200 today. So I thought it was. I really thought that was just insane on that because it's not a limited piece. Yes, the con sticker will hold more value in my opinion overall. And no, it's cool that they didn't make a million of these. You know what I mean? Like. I feel like, and we'll get to it because I got a slide that they showed how many were loaded onto the
at least on the site, we know, like
right. And there's some in Funko Hollywood, they'll have some at the Funko Hollywood and
Funko Shop. They'll have some
right.
And I heard one or two of them had like the con sticker at the shop instead of the shared at Hollywood.
That seems to always happen,
and that kind of stuff always happened. Luckily, I haven't heard of any shared at the con, which that is like.
Thank you, Macklin.
Congrats on over a year now.
Over a year,
almost year and a half.
Almost a year and a half. It was that was a big surprise to me. A lot
of people chatting, like saying they didn't spend as much on the Funko drop.
Well, that's kind of why I took and that's kind of why we were doing what we're doing, why I was going to kind of take it in that direction. There was so much other stuff I felt like this year.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. Like me and Bree looked at the whole catalog for Funko last night, and we were really only excited by about 3 or 4 things. Not that the other stuff was, I thought there was some other good stuff too, but, I also think that like, especially there used to be a time where I'd buy more and like squirrel stuff away but that feels a little different now, you know what I mean, especially over the last couple cons. Now are they starting to curtail their numbers a little bit more? Are we going to
Seems
get
like
back
it.
to where stuff sells out a little bit quicker? I think they're even going to have to pull back a little bit more than probably where they were, but I don't think they're going to have. I don't think that they'll have. They could, because we'll look at the
Yeah.
numbers, but they could have some stuff showing up at some of those, discount stores at some point. But
Yeah.
I feel like they did a better job.
I think some stuff will eventually go on sale. Yes, I
Yes,
think
I
there'll be
agree.
some stuff on sale.
Or will
I
it sit
think
for a year?
I think there'll be a couple things that just are surprises for people. I think I'm surprised a couple things didn't sell out that are on the Funko shop. And there's two reasons behind some of those when we get into those. I'll kind of talk about, but I think there was some surprises with one of the things is that Funko had the lines, like, people said they waited 5 hours or whatever for
Yeah.
pops and things like that, but look at the alright, what number stands out to you the most, though, here?
The buggy,
The buggy, and that's,
and it's a big
on the
size
study,
pop.
and it's a shared to Target. So
Yeah.
how many did they have on the Funko shop? And every Target, so there's 60,000 of those buggies out there.
Yeah, there easily could be that many of those. There really can
Yeah.
be.
So don't pay unless you really have to have the con sticker. If you don't care about the con sticker, do not pay any flipping prices for those.
There
Like
there should be
you'll be able to
plenty of
get one.
those, and they're probably not gonna sell out. Now, when you look at this, guys, I mean, look at the, Care Bear. There was only 1,200 loaded on the
It
site. Now,
sold
I'm
out.
not surprised. It was one of the first ones to sell out too, but there's only 1,200. Like,
Yeah.
that's next
I
to
wonder.
nothing.
I mean, how many did they make then? Do you think they only made like 5 to 8,000?
See, what I always think, Jess, whenever I see like numbers like this, and then I'm trying to like fathom, like, how many could they really be putting in,
Yeah.
at Funko Hollywood, if they have them at the HQ. I don't know how they dole this stuff out, but like, how many could they really put there? A couple thousand? And then this was a Walgreens, I believe. Like, how many did Walgreens take? I
Like
can't even
I
imagine it
haven't
was.
I haven't seen pops at Walgreens physically too. Like the last drop, they had the Great Wizard of Oz pop, and it didn't actually ever. I never
I
saw it
never seen
actually
one
at
at
Walgreens. I
me neither.
saw it other places, but like Target. Now, one surprise was Toy Tokyo. Now, I'm surprised the Metal Knuckles didn't sell out here, but also it was over on Toy Tokyo. But the other pop that shared with them did sell out on Toy Tokyo, but didn't sell out on the and I'm wondering what stickers you're going to get because the Toy Tokyo stickers, if you get it from Toy Tokyo, typically it is the Toy Tokyo
It's
sticker,
always been
which
whenever
is the
I've gotten
con
anything
sticker.
from them.
That's considered the con sticker,
Right.
by the way. So that's why I think it sold out, and it didn't have limit of one.
Well,
I noticed.
you know what else is weird about that, Josh? I feel like this is the first time that they didn't make you bundle it. Did they
No,
not
they
do
didn't
that
make
last
you
time?
bundle. And I mean, I guess it's good, and I guess it could be bad because I actually would have probably grabbed it. I went over on the Funko shop because I saw that sold out on Toy Tokyo. I was like, oh, let me grab the shared, but it's still there,
Yeah.
which is a weird. Like, I think that's, but Metal Knuckles was still on Toy Tokyo, but I think that one will go like that one pretty hot. I think like looking pop, good style, very loved line. I'm surprised that didn't sell out. What else? What what did sell out though? We had
Freddy sold out, which they had
Freddy sold out one of the first ones, right?
right.
And they probably, I mean, Freddy might be only 10,000 at this point, maybe 15 at the most.
I would
I'd
say,
say
yeah.
15.
I'd be
Like
surprised if there was more than 10.
I mean, 20 would be the highest, but I mean, I think 15 maybe because of at the con. The con, they want to keep enough for everyone all day.
Right.
But how many people do they actually get through the line at the con? So I'm always curious about that. Like online, it didn't sell out, and or it did sell out, and there's 4,000. You could only get one. You couldn't get you couldn't buy 12. They didn't allow that yet,
Right.
where you can go in and buy 12. But I think that's one of the best molds. Only Freddy too from New York Comic Con. So I think that helped it as well too. Like only like there wasn't a Freddy in the box and a Freddy in this and a Freddy, like all these kind of things.
The only other ones that I'm seeing right now is the Jumbo Pop from Pokemon, which, you know,
It's gonna
there's
be at
only showing up
GameStop.
300 that they had in
Yeah,
there.
and it's
Now,
I heard it sold out at the actual con as well too during the day. I heard it was one of the ones
yes.
that sold out, but it also fits a jumbo pop like this kind of Pokemon. Diagla, I think it's called. It fits it fits it because of the size. It's a huge Pokemon. Like it's not a small, so it kind of fits like the box and that. But GameStop will have them. I mean, GameStop. I always worry about those, and GameStop always has way too many.
Yeah, and the Corzon from One Piece actually sold out, which there's a
I think
lot. I mean,
I
he
think
had
a lot of
97
people will get
on 9700 on here, and that
yeah.
one sold out. That's a good. I mean, that's good. That's
It's shared though with who? Who is it shared with?
I it's
It's
Hot Topic.
GameStop or Hot Topic? Hot
Hot
Topic?
Topic.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Hot Topic with Coraline, and then the other one looks really cool. I think it's a Yu-Gi-Oh pop, right? The wolf looking thing or Naruto.
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 The
It's glow though.
Matatabi.
The glow looks awesome on it.
It did.
Like
I think that was a pretty cool pop all the way around. I think that
fine.
Hot Topic is gonna have because I feel like that Coraline too is gonna, you know, I like when they don't have a ton on. It's gonna make people have to go out. Hopefully, you guys got out there today, and you know, I seen our closest Hot Topic. It's not really close enough for us anymore,
Yeah.
but I seen
I'll,
our Hot Topic was
I'll
promoting it
probably go by
yesterday, which
tomorrow.
is
Yeah.
nice.
I'll probably go by tomorrow and see what's left and what's out there and around.
Yeah,
Just
and I think
curious.
you'll still be able to get stuff. It's not, you know, it's not gonna
I
be
mean,
as crazy as it used to.
yeah, I don't feel like it's good to see like Barnes and Noble even getting
Mhm.
exclusives. You got a variety of people that are getting exclusives, but you have your Funko Con only. I'm surprised. I saw an updated number. I think for the Wednesday set. I was surprised it didn't sell out.
You know what was weird with that one? It wasn't actually a 2-pack, was it? It was
No, it's two pops. I think
it's
put together
but they
like
sell
Luke
them
and Leia,
together, right?
like Luke and Leia, do it. So. Some Hot Topic, no line. And you know what? That's how I mean, truthfully, that's how cons used to be. Wasn't really a line
No.
because I mean, most of these aren't too crazy. There is like, but I think the most of them will do well. Like you'll see a lot of these exclusives end up they're good exclusives overall. I don't think like from what I see on here, I think the ones that'll be sitting here more are some of the ones that are on the Funko Shop only compared to the retailer ones.
Yeah, and see that's kind of the nice thing that you don't see most of those have crazy numbers
Yeah,
on the site. Now, will they put more in? You never know how that's going to kind of work out. But you know, I see a lot of people asking about that Lucifer pop today, which like it's just no interest to me. But you know, I
I think
mean,
a lot of
what did you,
people like that line.
Josh? What
Yeah.
did you pick up from Funko? What did you pick up
So
from them?
I only had 3 must at the very, very start of it. I had 3 things I wanted to grab. I wanted to grab Headless Freddy.
Yep.
I wanted to grab the Biddies, and I
Yep.
wanted to grab the Wolverine bag, Deadpool bag.
Okay.
I wanted it for the 1,000 piece Wolverine. How often do they make a 1,000 piece Wolverine?
Not
I
very
mean,
often.
and the bag actually looks pretty cool. I've seen the bag on some streams, and some people have gotten deals. And I have like nothing else. If I could sell the bag for $60 to $90, then I paid it. I got the Wolverine for pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Compared to what it is.
Yeah. I mean, I picked up the Hazel Witch.
Yeah,
I'm trying to Freddy. I also grabbed the biddies because you know what? I like the biddies. I liked all the special ones. I did
now
pick up the One Piece pop, and man, I got to double check my order. Did I get Knuckles? I think I got Knuckles. If I did not get Knuckles,
I have a Knuckles for you. I went to
okay.
Toy Tokyo and bought Knuckles. I actually went over there to buy it because I wanted the Toy Tokyo sticker. I didn't
Yeah, I
know if
can't remember if
they
I
would
bought
have
them or
them
not. Like I'm having
shared
a
or not.
complete. I know I got
But
something else. I had to get something else, but I think it was Knuckles.
do you
But yeah,
get Care
that's
Bear? No, Care Bear. No,
I did not get the Care Bear. Not a big Care Bear collector, believe it
Mr.
or not.
Toad. You didn't grab Mr. Toad?
No, actually, no. I did get Mr. Toad for
Okay.
sure. Now,
Okay.
did I get Knuckles? That's the question. I got to find out. I got to double check that. And then
I thought
I was trying to track down Skeletor all day today. Like I seen a couple go for like around $100 and 120. But then
yeah.
most of the Skeletors, most of the fusion pops in general, I've seen sell between 120 and 180 for the most
Yeah,
part.
somewhere like $100 to $200 in between there, which is weird because I mean they're pretty drastically different numbers. 1,000-piece pop to a 500-piece pop, which
Yeah.
is funny because I was in one stream and I did get Megan. So I got Megan was one that I got for a decent price. I thought for a 500-piece pop, I got it for 120, I think it was something like that. Which then I asked for I saw Chucky sell for almost the same price. Like the 1,000-piece Chucky was selling for the same price as that one. I was like, what's going on? And then I asked for the Dilophosaurus, the Jurassic World one, and they were like, "Oh, we have to start at 200."
I think some
I don't know if
people
they felt like they were gonna lose out on it, or like I was like, "You start at 100, I get it, it's kind of fair, but
I'll
200?
be curious to see how tomorrow goes because listen, usually the first day,
Oh yeah,
like we're seeing crazy prices. Honestly, we didn't see crazy prices today. I really thought that Skeletor out the gate was going to be closer to 3. I thought it'd be pushing over 200 all day today, and it wasn't. You know, another surprise, Josh. Me and you, I think, both picked one up. The pumpkin.
yeah.
The pumpkin was going a lot less than
I
I expected.
Oh yeah, a lot less. I mean, it's another 1,000-piece pop. I get it's not a line for everyone, but it looks really good. Like I saw it yesterday. I think Top Pops and V Friends did a stream on Whatnot together, and V Stream had them on, and they're showing that off like out of box, and it looks really good.
It
Like the
does.
metallic on it. It's kind of like translucent where the face is and everything. Um, and I saw Flocked Animal selling about similar price. I think Funko 401 mentioned that. Yeah. Flocked Animal is probably about that 120, 115,
Yep,
120
I
mark.
seen
Maybe a
many
little more
today
here
go
and
for around
there.
150.
But you know, I didn't also I picked up a shirt for like $28 or something.
Yeah,
So
that's
too. Someone had a shirt and I was like, "Oh, the shirt looks really good." Um But, yeah, I was surprised. The pops, I guess I'm surprised at. I guess Coraline's been going for a lot with this shirt
yep,
sticker, like
a
a good
lot.
bit. And of course the One Piece stuff, I think
Yep.
with the shared stickers, they're always going to go for more. And then who else was a surprise? I don't feel I feel like everyone else is kinda like normalized. Like you kind of see double the price right now. At least
Yeah,
today. You kind of see like at least double the price for most of them. Um, for the
I think a
con.
lot of those. Yeah, I think like eventually I'd like to get one of the Witch Hazel a con sticker. You know, some of the stuff that's like our main collections, I'd like to pick one up eventually, but you know, and they were only selling for like 30, $35 for the most part, but I feel like that one's going to come down even lower than that. And Skeletor and like the fusion pops, I think, and I'm making a bold statement right now. I think it's actually they're going to come down further, and maybe that's not
Yeah,
a bold statement,
they
but
will.
I
They'll
think that
come
they're going
down.
to probably. I was thinking they were going to be a lot more. I think they're going to be closer to like $80 pops when the dust settles a little bit.
I think they'll go down, and I think eventually they'll go back up.
Right.
I think some of those the horror ones. I mean, there's not that many limited horror pieces out there. They're talking about even though it's a Funko Fusion, it's not a horror line pop. But Megan and Chucky, there's another Megan movie coming out, by the way, too. Right?
Megan was
There's
a
all
weird movie.
Chucky's always going to have
Chucky
something
was
going
good.
on. It's that kind of thing. I think that's why Chucky was going a little higher than I thought he would. The Skeletor, I'm not surprised with. Dilophosaurus, I didn't see many people selling that though. Like I don't know if I didn't see anyone actually selling it. I was trying to see what it was going for. I was just
I've seen
curious.
a couple throughout the day, and they're falling in the same range, 130, 150, you know, somewhere
Yeah.
right around, you know, right in that ballpark
Yeah.
for the most part.
Now, I like what David mentioned. There's too many whatnot auctions that said
I don't disagree
NYCC
with that,
too.
David.
And I think my biggest gripe though is another way. So it might be NYCC and they have stuff. Don't put stuff you do not actually have in your stock. Like
Yeah.
don't put all the Skeletors, Megan, Chucky, like all the hits, and then be like, oh, I ran out of that today, but I might have it tomorrow. Like if you don't have it, it shouldn't be in your auction to run
Jess,
unless
one more thing I want to say is like make sure you guys are paying attention as well because these stickers are a lot harder to tell the con from the shared.
yeah.
Like
Oh
you
yeah.
really got to be looking, and there was a lot of people. Not that they were doing anything wrong; they weren't saying that they had con stickers or trying to dupe people, but at the same time, they're saying you know NYCC stuff, and they're putting a picture more or
Just
less from the con, but
copying
it's
from
all shared
the
stuff that they're
Hollywood.
selling.
Yeah.
You know, people that aren't really paying attention, or if they're a little bit new, I could see them getting duped, and that is a little bit worrisome. So you got to make sure you're paying attention. You know where you're picking stuff up from because these stickers, because of the way that they are, they're a little
Now,
bit harder to tell.
did anyone else have a glitch this morning on Funko Shop trying to check out? Now, pretty overall smooth. Then no wait to check out, which was weird. I think that kind of.
Yeah, I
But
went straight
I
through.
kept getting a payment glitch until I decided to switch to like check Google Pay instead and let it go through. Like I was on my
Just
computer
I've
trying
had
to
that
check
problem
out.
with my computer for long. If I use my debit card for some reason, it always clears my card.
Well, sometimes it'll clear, like, everything out, and that's what I was worried about
Right.
too. Like, they have some weird glitch, and they said, "Oh, you need to clear your cache and do this," and I'm like, "I've had it happen," but it wasn't that glitch, it was like a payment glitch, and it was just like the payment wouldn't go through, and I think a lot of people are saying that, and I remember Funko had that a couple years ago where they just didn't want to let payments process, and then finally, I think they started letting people do, like, PayPal or Google Pay and stuff like that on the websites, which I don't know why they don't just open up Apple Pay and stuff like that when they have things, but yeah, a lot of people said
Yeah, a
they
lot
kept
of
getting those
people.
errors, yeah, and I think the only plus about it was, like, things didn't sell out too quick. I mean, I
Right.
didn't see everything, like, go away in 2 minutes and everyone be mad. The opposite was another experience we had, we'll talk about later, I'm sure, but some other experience we had with trying to check out today.
Yes.
But I think for Funko overall, I didn't hear any, like, I don't know, I didn't hear much about the Funko, like, issues at the shop. I heard some damage stuff, like, some things were pretty damaged in different shipments that came in, at the actual, like, con. People were really checking what they're getting and things like that. But I heard like I think Megan, like a lot of them, at least early
Those
morning
black
were
boxes
damaged.
to begin with are
Yeah,
always
they're
tough.
hard. Yeah, they're like NFT boxes. Those are
Yeah.
hard to keep nice unless you pack them like they pack them. I mean,
Yeah, and you know what? Believe it or not, actually, the box that Fusion sent us, we got one of the boxes from Fusion. Our
yeah,
Megan was destroyed in that one too. I didn't really say anything too much because you know they sent it. What am I? I'm not going to sit here and complain, but the I'm pretty sure it was the Megan that we got in there was pretty smashed. So Megan just you know she was trying to get out of that box, I guess, the whole time.
um, I think they overall. I think though it seemed like pretty smooth with the Funko stuff today. Didn't hear much about it. I'd also it's kind of weird because there's no hype around. Also the like I don't feel like there was a lot of like booth hype this year. Like other than getting
No,
stuff at the booth, like no one represents them. No one runs their social at the booth. No one like really has that kind of hype going on. So, oh, nice. Yeah, that's a good one. I think to pick up. I think it's going too high right now. I think people are really
yeah, I would. You know,
hyping
I
it
would
up.
pay attention over the weekend, and then
Yeah.
after that, I mean, I don't know. They will come. I think that they will come down, even which is crazy because I thought they would start higher than where they're at, but I think they're gonna come
Now you
down.
have to ask
And
if
it's
the
hard to
code has
believe,
been
but I
used
think
or
they
not.
will. You know, a lot of these will still.
You have to find out if the code's been used or not now too, though. Like That'll change the price on these Funko Fusions and stuff.
Yeah, that's a whole different animal because they're probably not sealed either. So
yeah, I think you have to scratch it off though. You have to scratch off the code. I can't remember.
I don't know if you do.
I forget. Like
I
we
think I
have a
do. I
lot of
had
them
one
to
over
open. We
here.
haven't unboxed all ours, so
I
I
had
think you
my
only
Scareglow, and
unboxed email.
I think I lost the card. I haven't even been able to play the game yet. I've had the game for a month already. I haven't even been able to play. But one place that we did go to, but we were both in around the same time. I think I got in a little bit before you, but so we've got Thrilljoy here.
Yeah. So Thrilljoy, we both got in. I think you had only like 8 minutes or something like when you got in.
Mine was super short. Yeah, it might have been like
I had an
15 or
hour
something.
on one, which we didn't know you could have multiple browsers open. Vince tried it. I actually still had my phone open. I forgot about it. Do you mention that, Vince? And I looked at my phone. I was like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, here we go.
I like it's shorter. This one's only like 28 minutes instead of an hour. But it still took 45 minutes to get in because I think they found out they had issues.
They had some issues, and then we realized, like me and you realized pretty early on, like because I was only getting one thing. I'm not going crazy with these as of yet.
They're big.
They're big, that's the biggest thing for me. And I like the way they look. And I mean, I think they look super great.
Yeah.
The problem is like, especially if you have so much, like, I really don't know where I'm going to put these right now. Now, like one Skeletor, because it's my absolute favorite. Yeah. Do I want to add that? 100%. Do I want to try for the chase? I love that idea. Really what they're doing with these, we've said it on here before. We wanted to see what they were, wanted to see some different options for the sodas with doing an extra chase or an ultra. I love that that's a route that they're going to be taking with these.
I think that's so great. Of course, until Funko 411 mentioned it to me, after I commented about like, oh, got my checked out finally. I hope for that ultra chase, which we found out at first you could only check out 2 things at a time, and then
it would only let you put a max of 2, and they did switch that. And then the shipping was kind of janky.
Shipping, I saw a lot of people. I think they did this because a lot of people were actually complaining about shipping, especially on buying multiples. Like if they wanted to go back and get more, every 2, for 1 was 15. Every 2, and that's the max you could get at the time we checked out.
Right, was 25.
25. So that means if you went back and got 6 different ones, that's you're paying $75 in shipping.
Yeah.
So they did a flat rate of 40, I think they said, now, and you can check out multiples. I don't know what the limit is on it. But it was interesting that they did that. Hopefully they go back and correct that and fix it for people that bought earlier on and had multiple orders, or like refund them at least some money for the difference in shipping or something like that they paid. But I think they had lots of weird errors on a page, and I think both of us were talking, Vince. We said first day of the con was probably not the best day to drop.
It's tough because listen, especially for a newer company, I don't even care if you have a ton of money and all this stuff. There's going to be glitches and do that kind of thing. And it's, especially the first time you're going to be running into stuff that overall, I think it was fine. It did take, you don't want somebody to have to wait half hour or 45 minutes kind of staring at your phone to
especially
check out.
If it just froze, like it wasn't working at all, but something broke on some end.
It's something, and then demand might have just been as crazy as, and which is good. That's a good problem to have. I mean, it's never good for, the user experience in that, but if it was more, if there was more people there than what they expected, fantastic. I mean, I love the way that these are kind of set up. And I'll get to another slide that I have on here, because I'll be honest, I'm a little bit more excited about what I saw later on in the evening. But yeah, I mean, I thought that these were cool. I know you picked up a couple.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if I put the picture in here or not and I don't know if you wanted to say anything
well, first off, let's say about one of this right here.
Yeah.
I think this was my most disappointing thing. So Funko 41, he emailed me or messaged me after like I posted something about getting it, he said, "Oh, just to let you know, there's no ultras. They're only in," because I was like, "Oh, I have a chance for ultra," because I wanted Mars Attack, I wanted Skeletor, and I wanted Duck Dodgers. One, because they all have ultra chances, and two, because like I like those figures, so I'd be
Yeah.
okay if I got a common, or hey, even better, I got a chase, but having a chance of ultras, and it says if you have to really zoom in, like you can't read it on your phone. You have to zoom into this to see that it says New York Comic Con
Only.
only, like con only thing, and it said nowhere on the site. It said nowhere on the description. Said nowhere on the odds. Nowhere I could find that information. And even on the flyer they had at New York Comic Con, they had one of the ones wrongly marked as well too. By the way, I think they had Mumra wrong marked instead of Samurai Jack or something like that, or one of those. Like they had backwards. By the way,
With
so
the ultra.
yeah, they said the one in 24 was in that one instead of the other one. Like the printout they gave you to mark what checkout stuff you had or something. So, I just think that's something they can improve on, especially being open and honest, because
Yeah,
not everyone's gonna go
I
on Instagram and see this post, and
right.
they're just know they're gonna drop at this time, and go check out Thrilljoy at this time, and know
I
where
think
they
that'll
went.
be something that they, listen, I mean, at the end of the day, with this being their first con and their first release
Oh,
and their
yeah.
website release, and
Lot
it
to
is
drop.
listen, I think it could have probably been a lot worse than it went.
think
I think it went probably as good as they would have hoped. And
I
yeah,
think
some
they
of those details, like when they do those ultra rares, I think it needs to be a little bit more. And not that I don't think there was any malice to it or
no.
anything like that. It's just it would have been, and I knew that. Josh, I don't know how I knew that, but I knew that I had no chance at the ultra rare Skeletor, and I was going to pick it up regardless.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I knew that. I read it somewhere that
Maybe
that
you
was
read it, maybe you saw this and subconsciously like, I saw
subconsciously
this,
it just
but
went in the
didn't see
memory
it
bank, and
because I just thought it was showing what ones had ultras. Like, oh, what ones had the rare and 24s. I didn't see
right.
the little font where you have to look in to see the fine print, I guess you would call it. But I think this is a really big catalog for a first drop for
Yeah.
them. I know they went an all in. Their booth looked amazing.
Yeah,
Um,
it did.
like Funko 411 said, on the site, it did show all three chases. So they
Mhm.
could easily put the star on that picture that New York Comic Con only exclusive or something like that. And that would have gave it away as well, too. I think it's also cool. They're working with both with Bait and with Hot Topic Box Lunch already. Like they haven't even dropped a product yet, and they're already in with these big companies. Like that's pretty amazing to see. I know they had had some good insight in
Yeah,
on that.
they had
People
some
they
people
worked
that
with,
knew what they were doing. No
and
doubt about that.
they're willing to spend the money. I'm sorry, like doing a this big of a on your first drop. This is a big gamble.
Oh
Like
yeah.
a big booth at NYCC, a big drop like this. I saw. I don't know if you've seen. I saw. I think Funko Finders or someone post from the panel. They had a panel tonight,
I
and I think
did.
they're already showing what they're showing off. But
Yeah.
blue, the big
So
one, right? This is the big
no, so
or the
Josh,
small. Wait, what is this?
this is what I was excited about right here. So the one on the left side, it's basically a mini, and I don't know
Persona.
how this person got it. I don't even remember what the post said when I seen it though. And I think Michael might have commented on this post as well. I
You,
seen this like a mini. Like if
oh,
now
I would love these. Like,
that's what I said. This I can get behind all day long. They do
yeah,
this. Like I love the pics. I mean, they
this
look
is pretty
good.
much a soda. Like that's a
That's
soda size.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Now you bring the hype, okay? The hype of the chases to figures
Yeah,
like these. Now you have me sold. Now I'm going to be picking up multiples
ish.
because
Now,
these would go
now you
perfect
do.
into my
Yeah.
collection.
I did like all the clothing here on the side here was all con based. I saw too.
Yes.
Man, this is some expensive t-shirts, man. $50 for a t-shirt.
Yeah,
Um, I better be really soft and nice. Like it better cushion me and
it better make
like
me look like I lost 45 pounds
I
because
know
you're in
it
it
better be
and
one of those that like suck in your gut and like help you look good as well. But I mean,
I,
there, I know he's going after that designer look. He's not going after. They're not a toy company. They're a collectible company,
yes.
and they're trying to mimic some high-end like apparel and stuff like that, which to me, I don't know if any of the apparel fit high-end to me, but I think they they're going for that kind of look. I think it's cool they already have a mascot. So reminds me of a Chomp. Every time I see
Yeah.
it, I think a Chomp mixed with a Funko Pop, like Chomp
Yeah.
version of a Funko Pop. But
I mean, really the way that they're setting this stuff up though, they're doing exactly, I mean, not exactly, they're doing a lot of the stuff that we've talked about that Funko's kind of got away from
yeah,
a little bit. They're kind of bringing that fun, because I'll be honest, like watching all the streams that I watched today to see where all the pops were coming in at, what was the most excitement? The most excitement I'd seen were people that were selling the Thrilljoy stuff to find out if you got a chase, find out if you got an ultra, find out. And really, that's like that soda aspect of it, that little bit of a gamble, a little bit of collectability, getting
oh
something that's
yeah.
super rare for retail. You know what I mean? That is what the collectors want. That's the fun, that really is what's thrilling
So
and joyful about that. I know, Josh, you were
so
pretty
I have
joyful
I I
earlier.
have I have 2 stories. I have non-joyful and joyful
You've
stories.
got,
So
tell the heartbreak
talking
first,
about
because I
both.
was almost part of that. I was stuffing my face full of food when that happened to you. But why don't you tell the first story?
So I was in a stream and they opened one and they actually pulled the chase. So they pulled the chase, I think
Chase
Mars Attack
Skeletor, right?
or no, Mars Attack. They
Mars
opened one,
Attack.
they
That's
pulled a
right.
Mars Attack, and
Correct.
then I was like, "Are you gonna throw them up? Any of them up?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I'll do the Skeletor." All right. And he said, "I'm starting at 100." I'm like, "Ooh, starting at 100." I'm like, maybe start at 70, 75, something like that. See how it
It
goes.
went straight to the
Um,
double.
right at the 100. And I was like, all right, I'll put in for 100. And someone bid 105. And I was like, you know what? Do I really want to bid 110? I was like, I'm gonna just I don't know. I almost did, and then I was like, nah, I'll just let it go to them.
I've done
Like
that.
I ordered it, so I'm like, I'll let it. And then they open it, and it was the 24 piece
The 24
Disco
piece
Skeletor.
ultra rare.
Yeah, for $105, this person got it
You
for.
cheaped
And
out on that $5, Jess. Listen, I've done it
I've only
before.
seen like 3 so far, like
Yeah.
shown. I think I've seen 2 on social media, and then 1 other. So later on, I was on Jay Navo's stream. Jay Navo had about 8 or 9
Yeah.
Thrilljoy. He carried them all from the con and everything. That's a lot to carry. Like these boxes are, these are
They're
like,
no joke. Yeah.
I
They're
feel
like
like
no joke.
if you ever got a master case of sodas, it's about the size of the box
Yeah.
they're in. They're nice boxes, but I knew he didn't open them. Like I was not worried about him because I
No,
trust him.
that's the thing about
And
that is
I
the
trust
thing.
him, and I also
Yes.
first one he opened, he didn't even have a knife to open it. So I said, "Go find your keys. Like it'll help you open it." Like he went to get his keys to open one. So he opens one. I think it was a common. Opens another, and then he gets a Skeletor. I'm like, I'm not passing up on the Skeletor unless it goes for a ridiculous amount. And I think I went after it, and it was like a little over 100, maybe one. I don't know, 120 or something like that. And or it was less than that. It was like 105, 110. It was similar price as what I bid the last one. Like, all right, I'll do it again. I'm not gonna miss out this time. And I got a comment. So I was like, so he goes a couple other things. He gets a Mars attack. It goes for 190. I was like, I'm not paying 190 for a gamble.
No.
That guy pulls a 1 in 24. He pulled a 24 piece Mars attack, which I would have loved to have.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful looking piece. Like the figure on it is all 3 of them are good looking.
That's a huge gamble, but man, that paid off.
That was a gamble. And then he ended up putting up a couple others, and he put up a Samurai Jack, and I was like, I didn't get a Samurai Jack. I'm going in for it, as long as it doesn't go to like 150 or
190.
well, yeah, 190.
Right.
Definitely. So it went for one. I got it for 116. He opens it, 24 piece.
24. So you are owner of
waiting
one of
for
those.
our pizza to be done. I had to wait for our pizza. It was like 7 more minutes. She told me. I was waiting, watching his stream, and bid on it. And 24 piece Samurai Jack exclusive. So I don't know if
Jazz, is that not amazing or what? Like seriously, when you think, see, and look at the excitement behind it.
I mean, it was awesome. I was like, watch, I'm gonna get another comment. Like I was really feeling it, but I was like, I didn't buy this one on the site earlier. Now I feel like I need to go back and maybe buy one. Like I feel like
Yeah.
I was like, I'm curious about how much they end up going for these 24 pieces early on. Like, is the hype really crazy right now, or in the next 2 weeks, like people pay crazy amount?
Right.
Other
Or
things.
do they ramp
So,
up even more?
and I don't know why they still have their line thing going on their site. I wanted to go on and bring up the site to show you what the 24 piece looked like. I don't know if you've seen it. That one, the Samurai Jack one, but the Samurai Jack looked actually really good. The chase looks really good on that one, but the Ultra is so different. Like I think that's one of the things too is having these things. They look so good. I mean, for people say the price point, but the quality is there. I
Yeah,
don't
the quality's there for sure. Here,
for
let's
all the ones I've
we
seen open, they look so good.
we actually have a reporter from the scene,
Oh, live.
live and in color, as they say.
Whoa, look at
What's up,
that.
John?
I know.
Sorry,
I saw you got a haircut before New York Comic Con and everything.
I did. Yeah, I did get a haircut. Sorry, we're at a very small hotel room, so I had to get creative here to
Which one
get
is
our
it in New York?
equipment set up. But hello, everybody. How's it going?
So, John, I pulled this guy today on Jay Navo's stream.
Did you hear this story, John?
I saw a screenshot. I did not hear the story.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
So yeah, so earlier in the day, like a little bit earlier, I missed out. Someone pulled. I didn't bid $5 more, and someone pulled the 1 in 24 Skeletor. I was so bummed. Then I had a chance at Skeletor again on Jay Navo's stream. I was like, I'm not missing out unless it goes for like way over 100. Like it goes for like $150, $200. No, but it goes for like a little around 100 and some. I'll go for it. Got a common Skeletor. I was like, all right, I don't have a Samurai Jack. Didn't buy one on their site. Let's go for it. I know it has a 24 piece chase only at the con, and I feel like a good number of people got them today. I don't know how many they distributed out today, but I feel like I've seen personally several 24 pieces be pulled today.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna go for it. It went for 116, which is still a good gamble, but
Right.
I mean, my gamble paid off because I scored the 49 24 piece Samurai Jack. So I was just saying they did a really good job with the quality of these when I've seen them out of box, and some craziness with this. But I think overall, like people have to realize there's only 4 that have a 24 piece. There is the Duck Dodgers.
They can't see you. Oh, they can see you. Oh, never mind.
So don't
Ben,
pay
did you go in
crazy
the
amount.
closet?
That's where he's from. Martian is another one that has a 24 piece. It's a beautiful figure too. And then Skeletor, which I'm very sad I did not get. But
Skeletor is good looking.
Skeletor is good looking. But you know what? The chase and the common look good too. I will say, like, this is actually the highest one. I think number amount.
Widen the legs.
6,000. Yeah, I think there was a couple.
There's a couple. I think with the purple. I think that's how they define them. Their colors. Notice. Oh no, this is 5. Blue 5, and then purple is 6, and 4. So
yeah, the Leonardo, the chase was Shredder.
Oh,
which
Harry Potter was the biggest. 75.
Oh, that's more.
Yeah, that's the biggest.
Yeah, and I don't believe any of these sold out. I'd be surprised if it's a lot of figures, especially at that price point. I'd be surprised if they sold them out over the weekend, but
I'm surprised they didn't drop any of these online.
I don't know if they were ready to go with these yet.
Those apparently don't exist yet.
Yeah, I don't think that they had any of them yet.
Only the
other than this one in the box.
This one?
No.
The big one? Blue, regular blue, I think.
The regular blue exists, but the other ones haven't been made yet.
Holding a little Brian Mariotti.
Yeah. What's going on, Susan?
Yeah. So, John, how crazy was it today?
Like crazy, just with like.
Was it like a Friday there?
Yeah, it was like a Friday. I guess the good old days of Thursday being the slow day are in the past. But it's good. I mean, it's good for Reed Pop. It's good for New York Comic Con. It's good for all the booths and businesses and everything. I think I heard you guys mention that the Funko booth wasn't crazy except for like people trying to get the pops. Like that was pretty much correct. There was no entertainment. A lot of people were upset. There was no like I think we saw the Freddy, like the person wearing the Freddy mascot come out one time, and he was like chucking a few t-shirts, but other than that, like the presence of Mike Becker was definitely was felt
being there.
Yeah, just even Clarissa, I think, or Carissa, or whatever her
she's
name
with
was.
whatchamacall now.
She's with Thrilljoy now.
Thrilljoy,
and I will say this, I'm still not sold on Thrilljoy as a collectible long term, but there was a lot of hype for it. Like there was a line equally as long compared to some of the other most popular booths.
Jen, did you see what I showed just a couple minutes ago? Did you see this?
Yes, we like the minis.
Were they
the minis?
Were they there? Can you get them?
There was no minis. No, there was
no. I think this was handed out or something like that. But I'm telling you, the minis would be a game changer.
The minis, yeah, the minis were apparently just revealed at the panel tonight.
Oh, was this given at the panel then?
Oh, that would be smart.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah, we actually we might have one, which is pretty cool. So,
well, it was cool. They revealed a lot at the panel as well too.
Yeah, they also actually I did grab a slide of the proto.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna have these 10 of these.
Which doesn't that look exactly like the Pop design, like square box exclusive sticker right there?
I love that it's gonna be wax mold for the proto, and like though it's the official proto though. This is the one thing that I remember hearing that he did right. It's like he wanted the proto to be authenticated, like it's a proto because of this, and this. Yeah. I did find it weird. I think the 1 in 24 is actually, I don't remember. I think it's the Mars Attack one I saw. Had the seal and it was all tilted. It was like wrong, like the number was like
twisted.
Side.
Oh really?
Yeah, twisted. I was like, oh no, like you can't really fix that. So, but it's cool to see some hype around some stuff. Like it's Funko.
Oh, there was. I mean, there was plenty of hype at the Funko booth too. I mean, don't let the Thrilljoy excitement get you down. I think you guys mentioned it earlier. I can confirm that the Headless Freddy con sticker was trading for anywhere from $200 to $300 on the Funko floor or on the floor at New York Comic Con, which I believe it. Which I thought was wild, but then again, I guess without a limited Freddy, like what else are people gonna go after?
I mean, at the same time, it's wild. Josh said it at the beginning. It was the biggest surprise for me is what that was going for. I mean, it's great. I love it. I absolutely love it. But for the con sticker, to go that crazy was insane. But that's good. It is good. I mean, we're talking some of the other stuff here tonight because I don't know, for the catalog was not super strong for I think our collecting palette, as they say. No, you know what I mean? Like it just wasn't something that I bought a lot of, which I typically do. I'll find 7 or 8 things, and I only had a couple things. But that doesn't mean that this com wasn't just made for me. From what I understand, it probably was made for a lot of other people. I see people paying all day long $100 plus for a lot of different things. So I think
another surprise for me was Coraline. I knew Coraline was going to be popular, but I didn't expect it to be like as popular as she is. Like people were asking and paying a lot for Coraline at the con today. Fresh Vine says, "What did I feed the CEO tonight? What did you have for dinner tonight? What did I?
Chicken sandwich.
Chicken sandwich.
Wow.
Yeah. We found a little like hole in the wall like grill place not too far away.
Fresh. They cook it everything from scratch on the spot.
Yep.
I had a grilled chicken sandwich.
Oh, that sounds good.
With Swiss cheese and avocado.
And she deserved it, by the way, because we
get fries with that though. Right?
Did we get fries? We got fries last night. No fries tonight.
Yeah, we didn't get fries. No.
Yeah, we were at the con from 9 a.m. We took a little break around lunchtime, so we were there from 9 to 11. Took a break at 11 to like 12:30, and then we went back from 12:30, and we were there till close at 8 o'clock. So
that's a long day.
But it was
like work
Yeah, we were. Yeah, between everything we had scheduled, and I couldn't wait. I was not going to post it until tomorrow, but I had a couple moments of a lifetime for me. I got to meet Ashley Eckstein, which was incredible. She also did something for us, thanks to $7 a pop, which I just want to thank everybody in here. Like, I want to thank you two gentlemen. Like, Joanna and I have been like extremely like humbled, honored. I don't know what to call it, but we have never had so many people, like so many professional, like company people, like, you know, collectors here in the community. Like, so many people said nice things, but we've never had like business people, if that makes sense. Like, just say like so many nice things about us and about Pop Force One and about our community and everything and our content. So it was just, it's so crazy because there was several times today where like we're standing next to Top Pops and like obviously like he's in a different league of his own. Like he's up there with the big boys. So, you know, we're all the way down here and we're just doing our thing. But like to still be recognized on the level that we were recognized today was just,
we deserve that chicken
sandwich. We did work really hard.
I think too, you know, I think it is the idea of having like you guys are professional about it. You know, you take care of your community. You make sure, you know, if something goes bad with someone, you fix it. You know, you make it right. You know, you've helped out people. You do these types of things, and consistent with putting out content, consistent with doing auctions, consistent with doing, you know, other unique things, consistent with doing charity stuff. Like, not many other content creators outside of like our circle do big charity things all the time. Like I'm seeing helped inspire a couple people I know do some charity stuff, and I think that's great. I think that's what I want. I want people to do things they care about and want. And I think they've kind of learned, you know, you have to give back to your community. You have to give back to people. You have to give that good karma out there, or you don't get the good karma back. I mean, you know, everyone's like, oh, you guys pull great stuff and do this and do that. And
you
like,
also have to be absolutely amazing, like John and Joanna are. I will vouch for both of those two. They are amazing individuals. I mean, look at the slide I prepared for John. And I didn't even think you were coming here tonight, to be honest with you, John. And I was gonna be like, and my good buddy John and Joanna over there rubbing shoulders with the best of the people in the business. $7 a pop with this amazing, you know, great video today. You put out a great video today as well, John. I actually watched it. I might have even commented on it as well. But no, I mean, seriously,
I felt bad because it was a little long. But I said, you know what? I think this is really, I think
a little long. Good. You thought that video was long?
I know people don't have like long attention spans. I know people have other things.
John, now you sound like me. Don't apologize for something like that.
I didn't cut it because I really valued every minute. And I spent actually another couple hours with Jason from $7 a pop again today. So Boba Fett. Some of you guys may know him as the face of $7 a pop's content and their channels and everything. Like, it's just so cool. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, he's somebody that I've seen from afar. And that's the other thing that was just blowing my mind today. I was like, a lot of these people are people that I've seen from a distance as a collector, and then slowly became a creator, and then slowly became, you know, a little bit more of a recognized creator and a seller, and just everything that we've tried to do. So it's just, you know, we're standing in the back of the $7 a pop booth for a couple hours today, just talking to everybody. And it was just surreal, man. And you guys will see, I got another amazing video chock full of like just unbelievable content. Like, I also got to meet Gary V today, which was just like insane. Like I today was amazing. Like, I can't.
I mean, I think, you know, people like Jason. Jason's cool because Jason's only like a marketing person for the $7 a pop, but he's been part of the community, and he's been a collector himself for such a long time, and he has such a great knowledge of a lot of the stuff and things like that. Like, watching your video today, it was great to see. Like we all, you know, I'm okay with pop hunt videos, but sometimes like too much for me to watch like 45 minutes of pop hunt video. Maybe also because I know a lot of the pops too. Like, I know a lot of the stuff that's out there, and it's cool to see some stuff like, but you guys like had a great conversation,
Yeah,
and shared great knowledge. And I think that's something like for a 30-minute video or whatever it was. Like I watched the whole video. It was great to watch the video, watch you guys have a conversation, watch you guys talk about like, you know, things that were from the past and what things you liked and what things you're after, but also like just sharing some of that stuff that not everyone gets to see. Like as a collector, when we all started new, we didn't know about any of this stuff, if you think about it too, and like all this kind of like the history of Funko and like all these weird things, but we've learned it over the years and just been part of that community. And I think that was really cool. It's also a great way. I mean, you're sharing some great stuff that they're doing. I mean, they really went full force in the cons. Probably about the time we all went to New York Comic Con the first time. I think that's the first year they really like went full force into cons and did their whole signature series. Like had a ton of people autographing stuff at their booth. Did mystery grail, sold their pop protectors, and you know everything like that at the con. So it's cool to see like Vince just showed off their exclusives they got. You know, like. For them, that company, it's grown so much over, like, we've seen them grow. You know, they've been part of our thing, but it's been pretty amazing. So I'm glad you got to experience that with them and hang out with them. I think, you know, the whole con, it's pretty cool when you get a kind of the behind the scenes picture of some stuff, you know, too, like as you get to check out things and get to experience it. But
yeah, and if you guys haven't seen it, you know, Joanna and I think it's a great pop. I think they did a really good job. And when Jason and Lee were telling us about how this pop has literally been 2 years in the making, and I know they want to do a lot of other big things. If you guys are, you know, Halloween collectors, Elvira collectors, or if you're just into pops with the buddy pop, like, please go buy one. I think that they have a lot of potential here in the community. Plus, you get the shot at the 1 in 36, you know, getting the sign chase, which I didn't realize until I was talking to Jason that signed chase sticker, that's an authentic chase sticker from official Funko. Yeah, this is a big deal. And I thought that when I first saw this, I mistakenly thought that was just like a glow chase or a sign chase custom sticker that they made specifically. Like, no, this is a legit Funko signed exclusive, which this is not only groundbreaking for $7 a pop, but this is also groundbreaking for Funko to make more signed chases. Like, I think this
for retail exclusives,
exclusives, like this is huge. So
I think hopefully we'll see some more of that kind of thing, especially from them. I think they have such a great connection now within that community of celebrities and voice actors and things like that. You know, I could see them easily getting an anime one or something like that down the road as they go. But I think really it's always interesting, you know, everything. And they had some great non-Funko stuff at their booth too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Josh, you got a firebox. You got a firebox coming because you got this chomp coming. I was able to grab you the glacier chomp and everything.
What, that one too?
Yeah, I got them both.
Those are both fire.
I got them both.
Is there anything Vince wanted other than
he wants the witch? I'm gonna try to get him the witch hazel pop tomorrow, and if I can get him,
you don't have to do that.
I know, but I'm gonna try.
Pops are hard.
Pops are hard. Honestly, though,
I know.
I have two quick things to say. I really thank you guys so much because I was super nervous, you know, putting that video together for the channel today because we obviously want to prove to $7 a pop that we are worthy of the sponsorship and all these other opportunities that they're giving us. And I was nervous. You know, I took a risk. I told Joanna, I said, you know, we normally drop our videos in like early evening, late afternoon. And I said, you know what? I'm going to drop it at noon. I think there's a lot of hype right now with NYCC. And
yeah, it was a good idea.
I think it's good.
And
worked out perfect for me.
I mean, it's all day for people to watch it, I think, too. Like, because they're getting a lot of con hype. And you guys were really, you know, one of the premier videos out there to showcase some of the stuff. You got the early access on Wednesday.
Yeah, and I mean, on top of that, like, I don't know, like Jason is he's the kind, somebody that's been collecting for as long as he. Listen, I didn't get to spend 3 hours with him at C2E2, but he gave me a nice handshake, and I think he gave me a pat on the back when I walked by. But I mean, other than that, I mean, seriously, he's a very genuine person that is passionate. I love hearing people that are passionate about what they collect, what they do, whatever that happens to be, and it comes across in the video. But when you were talking with him today, listen, this is not like kiss your butt hour either. I'm gonna probably talk all kinds of smack to you.
Do it
next time we talk by ourselves. Not gonna do that publicly right now.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, I mean, the interaction. Definitely go watch that video because it was very. No, it was not too long. If anything, I was like at the end, John, I'm like, man, I wish they had another 10 minutes that they talk. Because seriously, like Josh said, hearing people, especially because you've been collecting for over 10 years now too, to hear people that have been collecting since almost the beginning and have the same kind of appreciation for some of that older stuff. Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was a fantastic video. One of my favorites in a while.
Well, thank you guys for watching it. It is performing very well. So, we just want to keep, putting out good content because we hope that all the legwork and all the networking we've done to get to this point, and then everything we've done in the last 48 hours, like we hope that this is and we're very confident based on what they've said to us and everything. Like we're hopeful that this is a relationship that we can build long term. Because in only 48 hours, it's already opened up quite a few doors.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I'm gonna show this off because I'm kind of itching to show it off here because
wait, what are we showing off?
I was gonna show off this one. Is that okay?
Show it. I already
will watch the video tomorrow. Anyway.
Yeah, it'll be in the video tomorrow. Honestly, there's like so many like amazing moments that are gonna be in the video tomorrow. Also, like celebrities aside, there were so many people that said hi to us or yelled out Joanna's name or my name or said Slapshot from across the room. Like, it is so crazy to me. Like, I understand it when I go to like a flea market or a small toy show or like where I'm near Funko Pops, but like to be in the giant Javits Center and I just like walk by somebody and people know who I am, who Joanna is, whatever. Like, it just blows my mind because there's so many people and today was packed. But huge shout out to Ashley Eckstein because she gave me a couple extra minutes and I asked her to do something and I'm just so excited. Like you don't know what's like how celebrities are going to be. You don't want to take up too much of their time and everything, but I brought an extra Ahsoka pop and she did sign it and we will be auctioning off this one for Toys for Tots.
She's got the best literally one of the best autographs.
Yeah, it's incredible. And I didn't even ask her. She did a bonus inscription. Like she put "May the Force be with you" right at the top. And oh my God. So, and she did sign one for my collection as well. So, yeah, I'm just.
What a day. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you.
Thank you. We're exhausted and our feet
You finally made it. I was hoping that it would eventually happen for you, but actually, I'm not surprised at all. You guys do put in a lot of hard work, and you deserve it. And I'm seriously happy for you guys and proud of you guys.
Thank you. And we had just getting back to Jason really quick. Jason has a wealth of knowledge about Funko, and he's still like he gets so excited. It's kind of funny when we were doing our part 2 or part 3 video today. He was just itching. You could just tell he was just like looking over the barrier because he hadn't been over to the Thrilljoy booth yet. He was like, I want to go over there. I want to see what they have. Like he was really itching to go see. And we went over to the Thrilljoy booth as well. We waited for the hype to die down, and the booth looked amazing. It was beautiful.
Yeah, spent money on that booth.
Yeah, there were a lot of dollars spent. We actually wanted to get blue, which unfortunately blue was sold out. So
we also went at 5 o'clock.
We did go
like
at 5
the big
o'clock.
one or the regular one?
Just the regular one.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
But they didn't have any blue left. But yeah, it's a hot commodity right now. I mean,
We'll go tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll try to get.
Tomorrow.
I like blue the best.
I think tomorrow there's actually going to be more hype around it, especially those 1 in 24 chase pieces. Those 4. Now blue, I think you might be able to get, and if not, blue's online. So if you really want to get blue, you can grab them online. Yeah. I know it's not the same, but it would be cool to get blue and get them signed by Brian Mariotti there. That would be
we were very close to Brian Mariotti today. I mean, we were within
there was no line, but
there was
he looked He looked tired.
He looked tired, and he was also
Probably
like,
hasn't slept in
there was
weeks.
cameras in his face, at least the whole time we were there. People were talking to him. We didn't want to bother him and everything. So, but we did see him. He was very active. The booth was hopping. I mean, people were excited. So, it'll be interesting to see. I think it was very well timed that they were lucky enough to get this when I guess I was wrong. I thought the Funko Fusion Pops were going to be like more, I don't know. Like I thought there was going to be like more pop or more hype like surrounding them, and it just seems like there was like a average amount of hype. I just thought that they were going to be low pieces because we typically don't get less than 1,000 pieces for New York Comic Con.
I think we might have said it a little bit. I think them being the Fusion Pops and not something else actually probably hurt it a little bit more. Don't you guys think?
Maybe. I think also,
I mean, with that being said, like Animal is only 1,500 pieces. It's not like it's you know.
No.
But they did have the share version. So
yeah,
you know.
what hurts actually, believe it or not, when we were listening to just, you know, near the Funko area, like you guys remember and everything, like there's this year it was just like there wasn't even places to stand. Like that was the difference between this year, last year, and 2 years ago. I didn't hear a lot of people saying they wanted flocked Animal, so I guess I was wrong about that too. I thought the Muppets Pops would be a little bit more.
I think it's doing decent. It's
excited.
not crazy.
Yeah, me and Josh literally we were on whatnot. I don't know, 9 hours today, Josh, would you say? I mean, I'm not exaggerating right now. I didn't know he was watching, and then I'd see his name pop up, and then he probably saw me bidding on stuff. But like, I got a real good feel of what everything. If PPG wants to reach out, I'll tell you what everything's worth right now. But yeah, that Freddy was insane. Con sticker Freddy is definitely the highest, I would say, higher than the Fusion Pops that are only 500 and
It's
1,000.
funny. I think Freddy's the highest one I've seen.
Freddy's the hype right now.
Well,
and then after that, the One Piece I think probably came in.
The Deadpool or the Deadpool and Wolverine with a bag as a combo that starts off at 150.
Well, there was some drama there. A lot of people were not happy with that because did you guys see the pop doesn't have the sticker?
Ooh.
I seen some had the sticker tonight that were being bid, but I did see people that had no stickers.
I don't know if it's all of them. We were exiting the con tonight, and a lot of people were very upset because the Wolverine didn't even have it. Wasn't even like they had just like the New York Comic Con.
No, they had zero stickers. I did see a couple like
it just looked like a common pop, which we had a lot of private conversations, and I'm not going to like ruin the confidentiality of those conversations, but I can say that a lot of the people that we talked to just said that Funko is going through a transition phase. They have a lot of new people there, and I think some of the little details like stickers missing and stuff like that might be the result of just a lot of
haven't they always kind of had an issue though?
It really is. Every con there's one or two issues. I think there's always something.
Right.
Like,
I mean, there's always something.
Oh, we only got a shared, and then the retailer gets all the con stickers. Especially this sticker is so close. Like, it's hard from far away. Can you really even tell far away?
No,
like on some of these streams, I know Vince was saying earlier to like be careful what you're buying, because if they're just saying it's New York Comic Con, they're not saying shared or con.
No, because I almost bought it. I'm like, oh my god, this is only going for $15. Beautiful, and then it was a shared, and I didn't realize that, but. I didn't buy it, but yeah, you
I also saw so it was crazy this morning, and I have footage of it, which is just like you guys will not. I mean, I think it's pretty crazy. Like, so we got there at 9:30, like 9:35 this morning, right? And the doors were supposed to open at 10. I guess they decided because there was just so many people or people were just getting rowdy and anxious, they opened up the doors at 9:45. So we're literally filming a short little clip in front of the Funko booth where there's nobody. They have all the ropes and everything, like very few people, right? All of a sudden, it's like a swarm. Like it was like I looked at Joanna, I was like, it was like a zombie apocalypse. Like everybody just came roaring in. But briefly, before those people came in, I was admiring the Funko booth, and it was funny because so many people today said they loved our channel because we're super positive and we're very nice people, and we always talk about the good side of Funko. But I also felt like a couple times that I told people, I said I'm still critical of Funko. Like I still
Well, if they watch here every once in a while, I feel like we give, you know, positive criticism.
Yeah, exactly. And here's a piece of positive criticism that I was slightly disappointed, because the first thing when you see the Funko booth, they have the big plane because they're carrying over the flight theme or the airways theme throughout all 3 cons this year, which I'm fine with, right? Okay, you decided to do that. But when you first walk up to the booth, in the giant plane, in the windows, is Eddie, who doesn't have a New York Comic Con exclusive. Like he was a Funko Shop pop. Okay, you're doing the Eddie-fied fusion pops. I can kind of get behind that. But then the other 4 windows are the characters from the biddies. And I just kind of feel like it's not technically false advertising, but I feel like you're promoting characters that aren't in the form of your most popular item that you sell. And
I think that's Funko cutting his microphone before he could get any. They're like, you know what? He's about to talk negative. Cut the mic.
They did. I guess they just cut it. Anyway, my point is, like, you walk up and you see these really cool characters that are the biddies. Yeah, it's back. And I really want those characters as pops, and they look so good, especially on the booth and everything. And I just feel like it was a massive missed opportunity to not have those characters.
Do you think that's what we'll see in the Funko Ween box or the Funko Ween NFTs?
I hope not, because
I'm with you. I hope not either. I hope that's not what they're gonna do, because I agree with you. I feel like we should have seen 1 or 2, you know, and maybe on one hand it's good, like you see the drive that's going after. I mean, the headless Freddy, I honestly is one of the best molds of a Freddy maybe ever. Like it's up there. It could be a top 10. I would have to start thinking about all the Freddys, and maybe it's not, but regardless, it's a fantastic one. And people are like really clamoring for that. So if they would have done a Proto and a Franny too, would have pulled something away from that? Or should we have gotten all 3? Should we have had, you know, because everybody keeps saying it, that people want to give Funko money for a Franny. Like, and they're not letting us do it. We want to spend our money, and they're not giving that to us. And why? It does seem a little bit weird that they didn't hit the ground running with Franny. And it was almost like it was an afterthought, but not an afterthought. You know what I'm saying? Because we've only had a couple so far.
It just
I really thought we would have just got flooded with them. I really did.
It just seems
we're asking for it right now too. So
yeah, it just seems weird to me that you have these characters that people clearly want. And obviously you have to remember, like, everything gets put into production like 6 to 12 months beforehand.
For sure.
You know, so there is that. But like, it just seems kind of lazy to me when you have, and thankfully it wasn't as bad for New York, but it was really bad for San Diego, when you have, you know, regular Thrawn, Diamond Thrawn, both exclusives to the same con, regular animal, flocked animal. It just seems like, why not remove that regular pop and insert something different? And I think I was talking about it with a bunch of people in the Thrilljoy booth today. I think Thrilljoy, I really like their original character, Blue. And I think Funko, like, they kill it. Their original characters are so good. Like, the designs, the names, the clever, you know, gimmicks that they come up with, like with the themes. I kind of want to see more of that. Like, I don't want to say I'm IP'd out, because I still love Marvel. I love Star Wars, but like, I think we're all at the point now where we're very picky. You know, to the people getting a Kylo Ren today, I would argue that most of those people are newer collectors and they just don't have a Kylo Ren. All the seasoned Star Wars collectors, I would be shocked if any of them picked up that Kylo Ren, with the exception of those who picked up that Kylo Ren and then sold off all the other Kylo Rens that they have.
Right. So. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that I don't know. I would like to see more. I thought that, listen, I thought SDCC was not great. I thought that NYCC was pretty good. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to seeing what we get over the next 12 months, especially with, like you said, you know. Oh, I know what I was. Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second because I was staring into your eyes, John, to be honest with you. What I was gonna say, you know, the regular characters like that, I think that they look amazing. But see, I also think that with what you just said with the IP'd out, I think that's why they're like, we've seen how many other exclusives there were to NYCC this year. I think that people are starting to go after some of that stuff a little bit too, because they want to see just really good figures. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that Funko's not putting out really good figures still, because I think that they do, but I think that's why people are branching out a little bit with some of this stuff, because now we are getting like our 14th Kylo Ren, and you know, some of that redundancy that it's like there's not a whole lot more that they're going to do that is going to be like, okay, this was great. But like what happened with Thrawn, another great example. We had one Thrawn up until last year. Now we got 5 or 4 or 5. Like, that's not fun. I mean, there's not a lot of fun to that. Now they did that Kylo Ren, fantastic mold. I think it's fantastic, but it is like our 7th or 8th Kylo Ren. And we had another Kylo Ren right before that. I think the statue one. So that's where I think that they're going to struggle a little bit. I'd like to see things maybe there's good stuff and there's bad stuff, you know?
Yeah, that's ultimately like the company is headed in a weird direction right now, because they're doing good things like with the extremely limited pieces. Like, they're doing some good things, but at the same time, they're doing some things that I think a lot of us would like to see changed. So we'll see how things go into the new year. Ultimately, a lot of the people and vendors that we talked to today, they actually said that it's weird that like they are selling more pops in the $100 to $300 range that they normally would, but they're not selling as many, like, you know, $500 to $1,500 pops. And some other people said, you know, little variations or slight differences of that, but it definitely seems like the market has shifted a little bit. However, we did notice there's a lot more secondary, like, you know, retailers, like booths selling pops at New York Comic Con. And we also noticed that the line was packed for the Funko booth, like the whole time from open to close. And we also noticed, like, going around the con, I mean, everywhere you look, there's people, like, you know, buying pops, trying to get pops to go get signed, trying to find protectors for their pops. Like, it just seemed like every booth had some piece of Funko attached to it. And I thought that was pretty cool. Like, there was even booths that were like comic booths, but they were selling armors. Like, it was really cool to see. It just definitely felt like, okay, like Funko is now really ingrained in all of pop culture in some shape or form. So,
yeah, and I think that it, you know, we're huge. All three of us are huge fans. And a lot of the people that are here every week, week after week, are huge fans of the sodas. And I think that's where, like, Thrilljoy gets that, where I was saying this to Josh, and I don't know if you got to hear this or not, but like the most excitement that I seen from any of the streams were people that were cracking open the Thrilljoy things for the chases. If they get to do those minis and they start doing chases and stuff like that, if they start to, I really hope that they do that, because we're going to get that kind of soda fix from that kind of thing. And I'm not saying that, you know, you move away from this to go, because I think there's room for all of this stuff. Like, even with like what I said earlier, I think that the picks are great. I think, but because of their size, like people that are already 2,000 pops in or 1,000 pops in, they might not have room to build another wall of, I like the stacking and all the other stuff, but they might not have another, you know, room in their house that they're going to have to build to be able to contain all that. So I don't know. I'm looking for, you know, I think collecting is going to be fun over the, you know, the next year or so. I think, like you said, Jen, I think that they've done some good stuff. They've also done some questionable stuff. I think that they were moving in a really good direction, and then they make some weird turns every once in a while that makes me like, what are they doing? But, you know, I think it's still fun. And I think what you said as well, you know, they're kind of ingrained in that pop culture now, and, you know, should be fun. I think it's gonna be fun either way.
I am definitely concerned when it comes to Thrilljoy with the size. I think that
I agree.
If they put out minis, I think the minis will do well. But when we see all these people with their giant Funko bags, and it was crazy because we actually saw the first lady come off the Funko line this morning. She had 4 giant bags. She couldn't even lift them. She's like dragging them. You know, and you know, good for her. Like she got in, she got all our stuff. I think she probably did pretty well.
Probably I got on Whatnot from earlier.
Probably the same lady, right? But she, you know, her bags are literally like packed, right, with, you know, probably like 30, 40 items each, you know. And we were seeing the same people because Thrilljoy was actually doing the massive bags as well. And people are like, they had to. Yeah, they had to, right? And people are like struggling out of that booth too. But it was kind of funny. I noticed people are coming out of that booth, but in their bag, their giant bag, same size as the Funko bag, there's only 5 Thrilljoys instead of like 40 pops. So I just think that size is going to be an issue.
The size, the price point, I think both. I think a little bit will be.
But also, if they stay with like, I'm surprised they announced how much they did. Like, I don't know if you just saw that a little bit ago, John, or not. How many figures they just announced? I think seeing that many announced at one time. I think that's that. I mean, if they space them out, that's okay. If this is our next 5-month trajectory, I think they launched too much actually this week. I think they should have kept down the catalog to maybe 12 SKUs and maybe added the clothing and stuff too. Like, that's fine. Clothing and stuff, I don't think it's a big thing on their SKU. They
can wear it. It's something that people use every day.
But I think it's going to be a harder sell because it is also expensive. It's
$50 for a t-shirts.
$50 for a t-shirt. It's kind of.
I like the Skeletor though.
I mean, but a collectible, it's hard to sell a t-shirt after you wear it once. Like,
not if I wear it.
A little harder to sell it, maybe, depending on who wears it.
Yeah,
I feel like it's double in value, but
it depends. If your OnlyFans channel takes off, you might be able to sell your t-shirt.
Who's saying it hasn't already taken off?
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't sell well for
the number of SKUs when we were in the con yesterday, which once again, like, crazy opportunity, very very, very special that we were able to do that and see the inner workings. And we were walking in and they're escorting us to the $7 a pop area, and we see all these pallets of boxes. And at first I was like, oh my gosh, I guess that's all the Funko stuff. And then our rep from $7 a pop, she turns to us and she goes, no, that's Thrilljoy. Thrilljoy had more product than Funko, which was, or at least from, I don't know if they actually did, but from what it looked like they did.
Yeah.
And it was, and also these things, if they have the same amount, they're huge. They take up more space. They're in the big sorters.
Like a master case of Funko, it's the same size as one of those. Really?
Yeah.
Only had like 20.
Yeah, they also had triple the SKUs that Funko had for New York Comic Con. So I think that's a little alarming because they kind of send the message for me that like they don't want anybody to be a completionist. Because like right off the bat, like how could you? Like, it's
I don't think they want to, Lo.
I think at the price point it's up though. Yeah, I think it's different. I think it's a different collector again. I think it's a little bit of a different collector, but I also think that you're not gonna, which also would help in not, getting burnt out as fast on, when they do that. The only thing I could get concerned with a little bit, I think they were saying they're going to do weekly drops too. Like, what are those weekly drops going to look like? Or is it going to be 2? Is it going to be 3? I'm going to be curious to see how all that stuff kind of gets announced as well.
We were looking at the catalog and I was immediately overwhelmed. Like, it was a lot. And then to see, like, I like the chases. I like the ultra rares and, the 24 pieces. Like, I am all about that all day. But like when the lady handed us the catalog and it was like, this is day 1. Today was day 1 for their company. And it just seemed like a lot.
Yeah.
And they still have to figure out a lot of, like, they haven't shipped one thing out yet.
Yeah.
Customers. Like, they've shipped out to a couple people unboxing and that, but they haven't shipped out anything to customers yet. And they learned even today, probably, they're like, well, our shipping's we're only allowing 2 items. Shipping's too high. Then people aren't going to come back to buy more because they figured like that's the whole point of sometimes buying more is because you save on shipping. So you buy 8 things and you say, and your max shipping is $40. You're like, oh, I'm good to go. And that's what they kind of changed it to. But this morning, it was 2 things and you pay $30 for shipping. And you're like, whoa, okay, I get it. Like, shipping can get expensive. It can be like $20-25 to ship 2 of those, I'm sure, together. Like, it probably could be that price. But then you have to buy 2 more and you have to pay that again. And you buy 2 more and you have to pay it again. And people are like, whoa, this is adding to each one I buy. This is adding $15 extra almost. and people, $25 for shipping for 2 items every time is going to really add up, and people won't. And who knows? People might be, it's a little expensive to play chase roulette with those, but people might be, people might want to say, I want to buy 6 skeletons, Skeletors. I want a guaranteed chase, hopefully, or I want a chance at multiple chases, or the whole ultra rare thing. Knowing that's at the con only, it's a lot different. But in the future, it's probably going to be on their drops. I'm guessing here or there, the ultra rares. Yeah. I truthfully, that's going to be their best asset if they keep doing that. Is the ultra rare. Yeah. So I think that'll get the hype. People will buy it and people will sell it on the aftermarket. One thing they need to improve, I saw just from opening tonight, you can kind of tell. I could tell the people had no idea how to open the boxes tonight, so I knew they were. They're not easy boxes to open. They have those little corner protectors and everything on them and that. And if you don't, but if once you get to know how to open those boxes, I'm really worried about people opening and resealing them. They really need to have some kind of that theft deterrent seal, like. This is a seal. Just like Lego has done. Just that
when you have them
started doing with sodas. If you notice, like if you got a case of sodas in the last couple runs, I got like a case of Hatbox Ghosts from the Funko Shop when they dropped back on the Funko Shop. I ordered a case to put away, and I noticed that now it has that theft deterrent seal on it, like so people know if you open the case and took the chase out and resealed it.
Yeah.
Sylvia, that's awesome that you ordered the animal with drum set. He's a
great one. It's a great pop.
Cool. I think just having the regular one is a cool one.
Yeah, the regular one is fine. I mean, the flock is super cool, but
Funko 411, I agree with you 100%. I think that
you think they should have tested the market a little bit, maybe with 5 or 10 of them?
I thought they were just putting out blue for New York Comic Con. And I thought, okay, that would have been cool.
I thought they were dropping a couple that we saw, but then they are like, oh, here's 5 different Netflix series. Here's Huckleberry. Like I thought they would put out some Brian Mariotti's like favorite stuff, like Huckleberry and Duck Dodgers, and like let's throw in something like a lot of fans will like a Skeletor. I
was a little bit surprised, like with Squid Game and stuff like that. Like, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I get that.
I don't feel like those are like the hottest things right now.
No,
too. Like Squid Game, the piggy bank is. Did that even drop? I don't think that dropped. I remember seeing them showing that off sometime, or is that no? That was a separate thing. I don't think that dropped even. But they had
that one. I'm not sure. I thought it was the doll looking.
They dropped the doll, but I think they were supposed to drop the piggy bank at one time too. So, I think it just hurt them. I don't know. I felt today when I was talking to Vince about it too. Like one of the things I thought they should have done is actually had their online drop a couple days into the con. So a lot of hype builds up at the con. Only these people are buying it. And people start selling online and seeing some crazy prices because you can only get it online. And then when it drops, people want to go after it because they saw the prices that are online. They want to buy them. More people would go in and try to buy them or see the hype around like chases and what chases they're going
for. Well, they might look at it like they can have the best of both worlds.
But
drop them
they could also have
everybody build the hype and go buy them.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen anything online sell out yet, so the hype isn't fully there.
Well, it's a lot of listen, at 6,000 pieces or even 3,000 pieces at $50 each. We just seen we looked at some of the numbers that were on the Funko Shop, and those are only $15, and they're not selling 3,000 of certain pops. So, I don't know. I guess I'm not surprised at all that nothing is sold out yet, and I'd be surprised if it sells out this week. Honestly, I would think it's going to take. They're still a new company. There's people that collect Funko that have no clue what a Thrilljoy is. They're just.
Oh no! I think a lot of people on the stream had no clue what it was. I mean,
we're talking about it for an hour. There's some of you are probably. What are you even? I don't even know what you guys are talking about right now. I don't know why you're wasting our time with this.
Their company is literally today years old. So
that's what I'm saying. We're talking like it's been around. I mean, it's not. It's a 6,000 piece run for a company is a lot of. That is a lot of product to move. It really is.
how much did Funko have when they first introduced Pops, which are Funko Fusion 2.0, the clamshells? Like, how many did they introduce at San Diego Comic-Con in the clamshells when they had them? I can't think of more than like maybe 6 or clamshell ones that they had out there. Like at most, like there's 2 popular ones that have this San Diego Com sticker, but like until the next year they decided to do them as Pops and change the box and everything. Like I don't like that's what I'm saying. Like this is a new product. You know what? Clothing, whatever. Clothing's probably a lot cheaper than the box they made and all the components and everything else they did. I can tell you that can't be cheap what they're making out of that. I mean, even if they're getting good pricing on stuff, like all the molds they have to make for everything, every single frame is different. It seems for everyone. And then they're doing the card, and they're doing the exclusive, and then they're doing like the figures molds, and it seems like the box styles, at least they're similar, I guess, those kind of things. But all that pricing point eats into that profit point, right? So how long will these even stay at 50? Like I think they'll go up higher. Like if they are popular enough, I think they're testing out the price point a little bit with the 50. I think
Brian Mariotti is, I think he's in a little bit over his head. Because I think you're trying to build and replicate a Funko, like a company like Funko, literally overnight. And I think you really can't do that because Funko is a beautiful company with an incredible history and backstory that started out small and grew and grew and grew to what it is today.
But John, he did that though.
He was part of it. That's what I'm saying though. So he should, of all people, know. And like, at the end of the day, who am I? I'm just a little old collector. I don't matter, right? In the grand scheme of things. But I just in the booth today, I just felt like he was just trying to just replicate Funko overnight and think that. And to his credit, most of the people that we saw online, I recognized. These are all Funko collectors. They're
I think I think he had a built-in fan base already because of what he did. So I think it is different than maybe just like a startup.
But you can't do that. Like he can do what he wants to do. Like, hey, but just with the amount of product and at the price point, and just try to not only it just seems like he wants to replicate Funko overnight and then dwarf them like a year from now. Because that's just like, if he continues with this amount of product at this price point, that's what it felt like he was going to do. And that's why when I was in the booth today, I liked blue, but I felt very overwhelmed by everything else. And I was just like, I can feel myself like pulling away and not wanting to go further into their company.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I was kind of with Sylvia here. I mean, when I saw them, I was hoping that you could take them out as well. And I'm like, I would just store the case to the side because of the size. And listen, I think right now, especially with this stuff, like in dropping it when they're dropping it, I think it does kind of almost work in a sense like their built-in collectors are Funko collectors for the most part. So I think that they can probably get away with going with as many SKUs as they did. With that being said, like going forward, those big picks, I think it's going to make it a little bit tougher if that's what they're dropping, like, weekly or however their drops are going to go with that. So I'm hoping that we see some of those smaller things and maybe a little bit of a lower point.
I think if you have that mix, that mix, Vince.
Yeah, it's got to be a mix, I think.
Mixture collectors, like some people might be really into the apparel and might not care anything about the figures. Other people are going to be really into the figure. I mean, it's just like, it's like Loungefly and Pops, really. Before Funko bought Loungefly, there really wasn't a connection between them. Like no one saw that as one. So the question will be with like things like Thrilljoy, it is just too much at once. And the thing that'll hurt them, I think, is if nothing sells out before the end of this week. I think that will hurt them in the long run because people will be like, do people not want this product? Who knows though? Because people didn't want the I mean, they could totally pivot and, like you said, go to these minis next time, because they might be like, well, people don't want to pay this. And these ones, I mean, Funko did the same thing, right? We talked about Funko Vision, I think, last week. Remember the TV?
Well, we could talk
size
about that. We could
things?
talk about Dorbs. We could talk about
I mean,
vinyl.
Funko blocks. I mean, all kinds of stuff. So I think if you have the design and licenses, it's easier to scale things differently now. I mean, I think the easy part he came in with is like the licensing was like, it seemed so easy for them to get all this licensing, and that could be a bad thing.
He probably knows all the people. He just gave him a couple quick phone calls. But do you guys? I mean, some of you guys may remember or have seen pictures or seen people sell them and go, "What the heck is that?" Pops did not originally come in a box. They were the clamshell,
right?
Yeah,
they were in the bubble, and Funko pivoted, or they realized that was not like a viable packaging material, or just the presentation didn't sell. The reason was they shifted gears and went to the boxes.
Well, that's
I think oh,
go ahead, Josh. I'm sorry, I didn't mean.
I was just gonna say, I think the big thing was, like, just like anything else, like, that's one plus about Pop is you can take them out and put them back in.
Yeah,
like someone was talking about that the other day. I remember, I forget who was talking about that the other day. Tristan was actually Top Pops. It was on the Friends streams last night, and he was actually talking about like Pops, and they were talking about it, and that was one plus, Liz, right? Like cards, once you open a pack of cards, you can't reseal it again. Like other things, when you open a action figure and you take it off the thing and it doesn't have a box you can close back up and put it away, then you can't. But Pops, you can take out, put on your shelf, and you know what? I can put this Pop back in its box, and it's still worth the same amount as long as the box is in good condition. It's not open and done with, and that kind of thing. And that's always a plus too.
Oh yeah, Chris. I'm sorry we missed you, by the way, at the con today. Hopefully we see you tomorrow. But yeah, I always laugh with it was funny because like Joanna and we bought our few things, and as soon as we were done buying our stuff, we wanted to get rid of it. We came back to the hotel, we dumped it. Like
that's a way to do it.
I've never seen us walk so fast out of a place.
Yeah.
Like we ducked, went through all the corners. I didn't feel like holding anything.
Honestly, it would have been fine if I didn't have to buy all these chomps for this guy that I'm really good friends with.
I don't even know why we're friends with you.
Yeah, tell me about it.
See,
I didn't load you guys up with anything.
I was gonna say, what does Vince want? Like, I know
I wanted a lot of stuff, but I'll be honest, you guys made me feel really bad, so I'm not asking for anything from either one of you two. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Would you like a 7 butts a pop pin?
I mean, kind of. I like butts on things.
And they have the scare. The Bellator flow from Plastic Empire.
Joanna says you're cut off, Josh. As soon as what was crazy, we walked back to the $7 a pop booth and we had this in our bag, and people were offering us money for it. We're like, you can just go buy one. And they're like, no, it's sold out for today. We're like, oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry about that.
This will be $500. We'll get one for Josh tomorrow.
Yeah,
we felt so bad.
I did feel bad. The people that wanted one, I felt bad.
I saw it selling on a couple streams. It sold out instantly on their website, by the way, too.
Oh, good for them.
Like really quick. I don't know how many they dropped because it's only 200.
They said here at the con they were only doing 35 a day, so that's 140.
Wow,
so they must have had 60 on the website.
60 maybe on the website,
right?
And I don't know if they're doing APs this time or not. Like. Maybe Connor's keeping those for the new Creature Club people to buy too. I know I got an AP the last time when I ordered something from Creature Club. I got it.
Yeah, it was sold out. Yeah, in like 30 minutes. So,
Chris is going to see you tomorrow. Chris, give John a big hug for me, please.
We saw a bunch of people today. Met Lord Pops for the first time. He was awesome. We saw Misa's. We got to hang out with her.
I got to meet.
Oh, that was crazy. So Joanna met Misa Pops today for the first time. We walk up, and I got to give her a quick shout out, man. She was volunteering at the 100% soft booth. She was volunteering. She was working for them in exchange for if you volunteer for their booth. I don't know if it works with a lot of other booths, but she was volunteering. So if you do volunteer an hour or a block of time, you get first dibs on whatever they're selling. So that's the trade-off. So
nice.
she was working. We rolled up. This was Joanna's first time ever meeting her in person. And she's wearing one of our shirts. It was crazy. Like, she was wearing our brand new Batman shirt. A collector can be anyone. And I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. So yes, Evelyn, we did get very lucky. After we got our $7 a pop stuff, we bolted right to Fugitive, and we were very lucky.
I got to meet Lydia.
From
You got to meet Lydia?
Fugitive.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lydia. Did you say hi from Vince and I?
No, I met Lydia. I met Lydia and Nelson at C3.
We didn't have to. They had a big board behind them that said top spenders, and you guys were the top 2. So.
I think we're 1 and 2. We're up there.
I didn't know.
I think I might have hit gold level.
So I was like, I didn't know that like she
cared about us or knew about us.
She was so nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, they're actually very, very nice, very supportive of everybody, honestly.
Yeah, they were super kind. We did get the case of Tiny Ghost.
We spent so much money in their booth.
We did spend a lot of money at their booth. But we did get the case. We're not keeping everything that we got in the case, so we'll figure out a way to, offer them to you guys in the patron groups first for retail or whatever. But I think we want to keep like half of them, not all of them. But
yeah, it wasn't this series wasn't like I wasn't all over this series.
I pulled a chase, so you guys gotta go.
She
watch
did, yeah.
Ooh.
Joanna pulled one of the rare ones. Yeah,
nice.
Yeah. So yeah, no.
Now you need the comment.
Now we need the comment.
Somehow you'll figure that one out.
That'll work out.
So what's on your guys' agenda for tomorrow? What's going to be the big? We got a video dropping tomorrow, and what are you guys doing tomorrow?
We got a bunch of things for tomorrow. So we got a video dropping tomorrow. That video will show you guys everything that we bought today. It'll show you my interaction / I actually got to talk to her for like, I don't know, it felt like 30 seconds, but I think it was like 5 or 10 minutes. I got to talk to Ashley Eckstein. Also, huge shout out to all you guys. We finally pulled the trigger on something big we've been wanting to.
Oh my God! Did you
just
cut out
the suspense?
Are you leaving it? You're okay. You cut out like just as you were about to
pull the trigger on.
Finally, you said something I wanted to hear, and the volume goes out. And finally, I'm like, finally, we got something good, and I didn't hear what you said. Please repeat yourself.
Funko 401, yes, we'll sell you Marty. We got brand new wireless Bluetooth microphones.
Yeah, I got those too not that long ago. We've been using them a little bit. They work great, right?
Which ones?
They do. They do work great. Unfortunately, with our luck, it was a pack of 2. One of them came defective, so we have to. But I do have the one, and the sound quality is really good. We actually used them in our video with Jason today, so hopefully the sound was good. But anyway, so tomorrow you guys will see that. You see my interaction. You'll see I had a little brief interaction with Gary V, which was awesome. And then you'll see us just basically like we bought a mystery box from Fugitive, and we got a top hit, which was crazy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we got a top hit. I couldn't believe it because we were so focused on getting so many other things. And then we totally forgot about it. It was a $100 mystery box. We come back to the hotel and we got a top hit. I was like,
most of them were still there because we got in so early.
They do good mystery boxes.
They
yeah,
do.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah, the whole run was there. We probably bought like the second or third one.
And then she let us choose a number, and of course, I chose my favorite number.
Joanna chose her lucky number.
What's your lucky number, Joanna?
11.
Oh, well, 11's a good one. I like that number.
He's gonna use it on Fugitive streams like every time now.
Hell yeah!
I don't think I've ever seen 11 pulled on this.
No, me neither. I don't think that's ever worked. But hey, it worked today. It worked. That's all that matters.
But you guys you'll see all that in tomorrow's video. It's a lot of fun. Just craziness of the con. Tomorrow night we will be going live on Whatnot for like 10 minutes to do the first of a few giveaways. So we have a pop. We have an extra Elvira pop courtesy of $7 a pop that we're giving away for free. Saturday night we will have another New York Comic Con pop and I'm trying to secure one for Sunday night as well. So just trying to do our best to give back to you guys. So
we have one secured for Sunday.
Oh, perfect. We got one. So tomorrow we're doing a video with Encore. So very lucky to be working with them. They're sponsoring a video for us here at New York Comic Con. So we have that tomorrow. They do have a booth. Yeah. And they're giving away a $3,500 glow in the dark Toy-tastic Wolverine.
Oh, that's one that I want.
It's a good one.
Perfect.
So, yeah, working with them. So yeah, that's what we have on the agenda for tomorrow. I think we're just going to try to bang out our video in the morning and then chill for the rest of the day because we expect it to be pretty crazy at the con.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, 8 o'clock tomorrow night, 100% free. Giveaways are open to international. Just trying our best to give back to you guys after.
I'm going to try to be there.
Being so generous. So. Oh. Joanna's
Jeff, what do you do? We can wrap this thing up.
We're already going around the horn here.
We're going around the horn. I wanted to find out what they had, but John, you know, John, typical John, he had to tell me everything. I just said, "What were you doing tomorrow?" Like I meant for breakfast. No, I'm just kidding. It sounds like I wish we were there this year. If I just didn't have kids and they didn't have so many needs, you know, needy children, we would have been there this year. I would have loved to have been there. But Josh, what do you have? What do you got coming up this week? I know it won't be anything exciting. We'll probably hang out on Whatnot again tomorrow. But what else do you have other than that?
Yeah. So have our Stranger Things video tomorrow for NFT.
Yeah.
So we open those. I also have a couple other videos coming up. We have some autograph videos coming up and mystery box videos coming up. So we got some good things that will come this way. We moved our stream from Wednesday to Saturday,
right?
To give some more time to prep because you know we did have like a crazy hurricane all last week and stuff like that. And then plus I figured like con stuff's kind of dying down after Saturday. I felt like it would be a good time to do a Saturday night stream. So hopefully you guys can come out, hang out. We'll do some mystery boxes. I'm going to put a bunch of new pops and buy it now as well, too. So I'm going to go through a bunch of stuff in there. But I have some fun mystery boxes, and including some good hits. So we'll have some fun with that one. And some giveaways and good stuff like that.
Nice.
And then what else next week? I feel like next week, I think we have a soda stream on Wednesday. And, you know, I'm not going to a big con or anything like that. So I don't have anything like no celebrity meeting this weekend or nothing. So, you know, just a normal life. Yeah.
Some people we know.
The weather's nicer here in Florida, though. It actually was cool today. So,
good. No hurricanes?
No hurricanes. And it was like, literally, it was like 53 degrees this morning. That's pretty shocking for Florida. That's like winter coat weather.
That is pretty, yeah. I had to sit out at a soccer game at 7:30 to 9:30 last night in about 35-degree weather. So,
already cold.
Yeah. Well, that sounds good. John, would you like to go on a little bit more about your fantastic time and all the fantastic things you're doing?
I do have one more thing to say. I would like to
please
use the rest of my time to talk about how great of a dad you are in spending all that time.
Go on, because it's the only person I'm hearing this from.
Because I mean, to be a parent is tough, especially these days. But to be a parent of kids with many talents, that's challenging. But no, seriously, we miss you guys. We wish you could have been here. We were just kind of reflecting on. You know, it's really wild, like when you see people that you follow and then like you see them in real life. It was actually kind of funny. Like Lord Pops was actually standing right next to me for like, what was it, like a minute, 2 minutes?
Like, yeah.
It was a while, and I was like, I wonder, like, is he gonna notice I'm right here, or should I like turn and be like, yo, what's up? Because like we've been talking, and you know, we have a relationship like through Instagram and whatnot and stuff, but like we've never met in person before. And then he just turned and he was like, oh, I was like, hey, what's up, man? So definitely having like, honestly, and so many people were nice to us today, and they're like, hey, I got a Funko slot booth, you know, I can go grab you this or whatever. And we're like, no, it's okay. Like
I'll only charge you triple.
Yeah, exactly. The best thing about these cons is seeing everybody from the community. Because we really only have like 3 opportunities a year, like with C2E2, San Diego Comic Con, and New York Comic Con. And if you're not on the West Coast, you know, you're not going to San Diego Comic-Con. If you're not in the middle of the United States, you're not going to, you know, New York or San Diego. You're going to C2E2, and then all the East Coasters, like, we go to New York. So you really only have like one shot to like see everybody. And I definitely hope you guys can figure it out for next year, or maybe we can all meet up at C2E2 or something. So it's been too long.
Yeah, I mean, John, listen, I'd like to hold your camera again because,
oh my God.
I mean, listen, when we went to C2E2, one person did come up to us and say hi. So that was kind of cool. I mean, I thought that was fun, but a lot more people recognized me as your camera guy the year that we went. So I would like to go and do that again. But, you know, I'll see. I'm going to try to make that happen. I'd like to be your camera guy one more time. As far as what we have, yeah, I mean, I've got another soccer game tomorrow, so I've got that going on. You know, probably more dad stuff this weekend. That'll be amazing as well. You know, I'll be honest, our camera died, so I had to buy a new one. That was awesome. It's been kind of miserable last couple weeks, but with that being said, we probably have some good videos that we'll have coming up. We have not filmed anything yet, but I'm sure it's going to be amazing. And make sure you're checking these two gentlemen's videos out, because they for sure will have stuff that's amazing. And I think we are doing an auction this week. We did not do one this week because it was just too crazy of a week, but we'll have an auction on Tuesday next week, our normal time slot. And man, other than that, we'll have some amazing videos too. Make sure you're checking out John's content from NYCC, because it'll be amazing. And guys, hopefully you guys got everything that you were looking for today. I am on the hunt for a lot of stuff still. I'm going to send Joanna, as soon as we're done here, I'm going to send Joanna a list about a mile long of stuff that she has to go shopping for me tomorrow.
As long as it's not popped, we got you.
Yeah.
Joanna, I'm going to be asking for one of the sandwiches that you described earlier. I'll probably ask for one of those and a few other things. No, I don't need pops. I need about 12 other things.
Sandwich was bomb.
It sounded good. But listen, other than that, Josh, did you?
I have one more thing.
Go for it, please.
I want to thank both you gentlemen, and also Cross Save Collectibles and Funko 411 for grabbing some of my mystery boxes and doing a video this week. So you grabbed some of the charity mystery boxes a little while ago. I appreciate you guys doing a little battle with the mystery boxes. You know, all those pops, like I said, from that mystery box run, were donated by me. They weren't donated by anyone else. I threw my own stuff in there to raise.
Yeah, and they're good boxes. I think we all did pretty well. John didn't, but we all did pretty good.
I blame that one on PPG.
I also blame PPG.
Yeah. But I think you know, overall, I just appreciate it. So if you guys haven't checked out that battle between the 4 channels, it's really fun, because I enjoy like the battle kind of thing too, because you get to check out different people's videos.
Yeah,
and it seemed like everyone got something they wanted as well.
We
so that's what I was happy about too. If it turned out to like people were like happy with what they pulled, and everyone knew it was for charity too. It wasn't like, you know, we're going after always only we need the max amount of like PPG off of everything.
We actually ended up doing okay, because as soon as that video dropped, somebody messaged us and offered us $25 for that Soba pop, which I guess PPG is inaccurate with.
Yeah.
I mean, you could find it going both ways. Actually, and you know what, John? We actually, I think today's video, I think we opened one of your boxes.
Oh, cool.
Look at that. I look at what I did for everybody this week. I feel accomplished now.
Yeah.
I've helped out my children. I helped you guys out. I don't know how that helps you at all. It's probably the opposite of helping.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, listen, let's end this on a high note. Let's not go on any further past this, because I feel like this was a very positive.
To Vince.
To Vince. You know, I was just going to say that. I could use that right now. Well, guys, listen. We had another fantastic week. We got NYCC. We're going to finish it out in this weekend here. Hopefully you guys can pick up some stuff. If you need, be patient. I think that prices will still come down, even though they are lower than what I expected. I still think that they're going to come down. So be patient. Don't give in to the FOMO. But other than that, guys, enjoy the collecting. There's a lot of good stuff out there right now. We got Thrilljoy and all of these other collectibles that are fantastic. including Funko, which I still love, and it's near and dear to my heart, like these two gentlemen. Guys, thank you. I'm going to end this stream. Good night, everyone. We appreciate you being here. We will see you guys next week on one of those guys' channels.
I think John.
I think John's channel.
Hopefully
because you guys switched.
Yeah, I think it's John's.
If we make it home.
Maybe if they're home from New York.
It'll be on John. So show up on John's channel next week, unless it's somebody else's. So good night, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.